What is up, everybody? Michael Crump back here again, talking about the latest and the greatest in PlayStation homebrew news and much, much more. So I've got all kinds of updates, so let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. The very first thing that I wanted to mention was that there is a new PlayStation 5 Slim that has been released. So in case you didn't know, on the PlayStation 5 Slim, you can buy the Slim PS5 by itself, and you can buy an additional disk drive for it. So anyway, after watching a number of different videos of people unboxing it, I've been able to determine that on the new PS5 Slim, you are required to update your system software to activate your disk drive. So the scenario was a person just got their PS5 Slim out of the box. They put in the disk drive, and the very first thing, in order to even use the disk drive, it said update the system software to the latest version. It says if you don't update the system software, you can't use your disk drive. And then it said if you want to remove your disk drive, make sure to first turn it off and then plug it back in. Well, then it says your disk drive is connected to your PS5. And then it says to use your disk drive, you have to register it to your PS5. So all of the disk drives have to be paired to the individual console itself. Now, there was a very good point that was made here by Control Execute, and he said, makes sense. PS3 and PS4 both had their drives paired to the motherboard. PS5 is no different. I think the main thing that I don't really like about this scenario is that you do have to have an internet connection to even get that disk drive to work on your PlayStation 5. There is no offline scenarios. So of course, what happens when the PlayStation network maybe is shut down? Let's just say many years from now, does that mean that all of those disk drives are just a brick? So there is a brand new PS4 Homebrew app that just released on the scene, and this one is by Lappy, and he says that this is a PS4 kernel, BTTF, and that he'll let Control Execute explain more about this. And so what he said was that the same behavior as reactPSN, but this only supports 5.05, so a PS4 5.05. Sony patched clock settings on later firmwares. Now, he says that this is useful for test kits to set your time with the specific hen. Now, if we go over to reactPSN, it is simply this project right here. And really, I think this summarizes it even better because it says that a simple code that will reset PS4's internal clock back to 2013, thus in turn activating PS Plus games that have been previously or are currently on the console. Now, this is something that I would obviously love to try myself, but I currently do not have a 5.05 PS4 anymore. But if you do try this, give it a shot. I believe that you'll be happy with the results. And then back on November the 6th, we saw an update from Lightning Mods, and it was the first ever PS5 game backup to be played. Obviously, we found out that this was Grand Theft Auto 3, and then there was a couple of other samples that was included in there. Fast forward, and we saw this tweet by EchoStretch, and really what this was here is some of the instructions in order to dump your own PS5 games in order to get them to work. Now, he did state in here, this is just a draft, may change in time. If it fails at step 1, the game may need more libraries installed. If you find a solution, please share. So obviously, this is in its very early infancy stages, but I did see that there was this app dev that has created a library update in PS Multi-Tools that automates the steps 1 through 6 from EchoStretch's draft. It says all over FTP with the FTP grabber as an alternative. It says the disadvantage is the time required to dump the game itself still needs encrypted self files. And there was this video right here on how to use it. Now, while I haven't personally went very deep into using this, definitely encourage you to go and kind of check it out. The tutorial itself looks pretty clear, at least to me. So go ahead and give it a shot and maybe let me know what you find out in the comments or on Twitter. And then I will go ahead and include a link to the PS Multi-Tools just so you don't have to go look for it. Next up, I wanted to throw in at least one new PS4 theme today, and this one is called Breaking Bad Theme Permanent. And so let's check it out. I already love the Breaking Bad up at the top here. Okay, I can kind of dig this. I don't know, all of the BRs, BAs might be a little bit much, but I love the font. Anyway, just another app developer building some of these things. So definitely go ahead and just check this out. And then one thing that did happen back on November the 8th was that there was a stealth PS5 update. Now, the reason that most people didn't really call this out or feature it is that this is an 08.20.00.06. And so if you do look this up on Sony's site, then what you will see is 08.20.02. So if you notice, this is a 0.6 update. So this didn't get included in a lot of the kind of major releases or major announcements. If, say, for example, this was 8.40. We don't really know what's included in this since, as this person stated, the previous version just included updates to the system performance, but this happens every once in a while with Sony and with their firmware updates. So maybe we'll learn a little bit more on what this one contained a little bit later. And then for all of my PS4 users out there, Cyber 1000 has went ahead and gotten a couple of apps that had new updates as well as some online checks, has got those fixed up for you starting with Disney Plus. So Disney Plus now works fine on a 9.00 PS4. Cyber also got YouTube working again. So this is obviously another one that is for PS4 9.00. So a lot of people love these kind of NoPSN apps. Now you can at least go ahead and add to your collection YouTube and Disney Plus if you still like to watch those on your jailbroken PS4. And then the last thing that I was just going to mention was that I know everybody is jumping on the train of making fun of Call of Duty right now. Obviously, it's well deserved, but I have to at least leave you here today with, apparently, if you have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 installed on your PS5, it forces you to download this 109 gigabyte file that says Modern Warfare 3 to update your version of Modern Warfare 2. Okay, that's enough. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael, out!